will never be this young again. Never. We can be stronger, wiser, kinder, better. Yeah, we're getting better. Too Old is for everyone who thinks they're too old to start over. Everyone who has gripped their balls and done it anyway. Everyone who takes risk. Everyone who was scared. Everyone living their best lives. And everyone who is tired of letting life pass them by. Too Old is for you. Today, we have Cliff Thompson on the show. Husband, comedian, father, producer, native Estonian, H-Town down. Y'all know I love the written word. It's my life's work. So we'll start with a snippet from a blog I wrote. I'll kick it to you, and you can let me know what resonated with you.
Okay.
Cool? All righty. Over 10 years ago was when I first had this feeling. My bishop, God rest his soul, preached a series on excellence, and it set my soul on fire. I set out to be the best teacher I could, and man, was the reward great. My extended class, think homeroom on steroids, named themselves Bonk Block, and nigga, ran the yard. LOL. I know the jail references are problematic, but they're also a source of pride. What can I say? We wild niggas. Today, I wish you excellence in every single thing God has placed in your hands. Does any of that resonate with you?
Jail references.
Joe? Pray tell.
Yeah. Oh no, I you know, when you first opened up about the too old thing, that hit hard. Because I'm almost an elder in comedy, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's good when you get calls about different things, people want help, thoughts, and different things, guidance. And then it's bad when you get calls with disrespect. So it's just, it kind of balances itself out. But I agree, you're never too old. As long as you're breathing, you can keep going. I started comedy 8 years ago now. And I started late, but I've leveled up.
May I ask, how young are you?
I'll be 59.
59, shut
in
it.
September.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were 51 when you started comedy.
Yeah, about 51.
Was that something you had always desired to do? Like, how did that happen?
This gonna go deep. I don't know why you going there. But
This is what we're here for.
when I was in school, when I was in grade school, I was in a little slower class.
The short bus, if you will.
Hey, you will.
Right.
And I always wanted, I said, you know what? I don't want to learn nothing. I don't want to do, I just want to be a comedian. I want to be funny because I was always cracking jokes in class, being a butt in class. And it kind of went away. But then, like about 10 years ago, I was working in a chemical plant, making excellent money, taking care of my family, doing really, really good. And one day I just had a wild hand. I came home to my wife of 22 years now.
Come on now.
And I said, baby, I want to do something else. She said, babe, what do you want to do? And being blessed to have what I have, I said, I want to do comedy. She said, okay, baby, let's do comedy. She said, but let's stack up some more money. Let's do about 2 more years.
Yeah.
And then we could go do comedy. So I waited the 2 years, worked it out, saved a little money, and we started Carrington's.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a wild story. First off, from something that people could look at as a deficit when you're talking about the grade school thing, right? Then the fact that you're married for 22 years and then
that's
to get
real.
right and to get that support, right? And then you mentioned something when you were saying that when you were working at the chemical plant that you were taking care of your family. There was a sense of, and we see it again just now,
yeah.
pride. So
Yeah.
what does that feel like, taking care of your family?
Manhood. Grown man shit. My grandfather as well. It's just kind of how you can walk proud, how you can walk, with dignity and respect, to know that you doing what God put you here to do. So, fulfilling your legacy, your dream, your goals, ambitions. I mean, the whole thing. My dad told me one time that, no matter what you do in life, if you take care of your kids and your family, God will bless you. Yeah. So, I mean, because I've been down, so I've been, under the bridge downtown on drugs. My life has been upside down. But when I got it together, I found a family. And I poured everything into it. And that's kind of, it's not all I have, but it's what's most important to me.
Right. And then you see those blessings coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember your first set, your first time stepping on stage as a comic?
When I started Carrington's, my wife and I helped me start Carrington's.
Carols.
K-Rose. 8 years ago, I didn't come in doing comedy. I came in doing interviews.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and everything that I do, I want to go and I want to see who was here before me. What are they thinking? What do they have to add to going forward? So I had people like Rob Mungle. I had people like Aldi Freeman, comedian Grossman. I had Blame the Comic. I had Dr. Shep. I had a lot of comedians who had been there 20 and 30 years. When I came into the game, people was wondering, how are you getting these people? I'm booking them. What do you mean? You call people, you set up booking, and you book them.
Yeah.
But people was just, they kind of looked at me kind of strange because they didn't know how I came in moving like that. But before I was a father and a husband and all that, I was a hustler. So I hustled, and I came in with the same attitude. I came in trying to find out what I need to know before I go forward. I learned a lot, got a lot of breaks, worked with a lot of very, very important people. That's
For sure.
Crazy. And, just how to go forward. So I started interviewing, and then I kind of transitioned into comedy and it's been going up ever since.
And for a while, you all had the longest running Black-led open mic in the city of Houston. What did that whole thing teach you?
It taught me how to run a business with my wife's help. I have to keep putting that in there, man, because I could have done none of this without my wife. Shout out to the boss lady. It just taught me, like, when we first started, it was one of the things to where, we wasn't sure people was going to show up and this and that. But it got to the place where I wasn't going to start late.
I have learned that from you.
Time,
yeah.
And y'all gonna get in the whole mindset of being here on time, because when you walk in the door late, you're gonna miss it, and that's not on me. But I've also learned that people with jobs are on time. People don't have jobs; they don't care about time. One of the most important things my brother Bruce Bell taught me is that you can replace everything in your life, but you can't replace time. It's something you can never replace. So take advantage of the time that you have now. My thought was, if President Obama ride down South Main and he sees something on the thing, so they start at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, I want to be on that stage. Now, he never came by, but it's important to be on time. People value time, and you want to deal with people who value time, because people who don't value their time are really not important.
Right.
So.
And their liabilities.
Yeah.
So you found a good thing in your wife, right? When did you know, like, oh, okay, this is my wife?
I was working at Goodman Manufacturing, making extremely good money. I always get a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Hustler.
Yeah. Making really, really good money. I was kind of tired of dating and all this. It's just, I didn't want to be a player no more. Just tired of doing all player stuff. I'll put it like that. And when I met Penny,
I'm hearing the UGK song while you're saying this. I'm retiring, but go on.
When I met Penny though, I was just I was done. I'd done everything I wanted to do, and when I met her, I said I wanted her to be my wife, and I wanted to give her a chance to be my wife. I went to Dallas. Most women nowadays are selfish. They're not going to give up nothing but stuff that they already given up.
That's a word.
I went to Dallas for 3-on-3 Hoop It Up. And on my way back, we had just started dating. On my way back, actually, while I was in Dallas, I called her. I said, baby, I'm in Dallas. I don't have no money. And she said, are you by Western Union? She stopped me mid-conversation. She said, are you by Western Union? I said, yeah, I think it's one, around the corner. She said, go there. By the time you get there, it'll be some money for you. I said, okay. So I went to Western Union. It's like $300. Say, cool, good. You know, it really didn't impress me that much, but it was good. On the way home from Dallas, my homeboy Dallas is coming up 45.
Yeah.
On the way home, we passed in Greenspoint. He lives in Greenspoint. I called. I said, listen, I'm in Greenspoint on the way home. My boy living in Greenspoint. He tired.
AKA Guns Point. Go on.
Guns Point. I said, I need a ride. She said, give me the address. I'll come get you. I said, okay. My car broke when I was going to go back to work. She said, don't worry about it. You get back and forth to work. If I'm here in that car here, you going to work. After that, I took my checks. I gave it to her. And I said, here are my bills. Pay my bills for me. Make sure I got some money. And take care of the rest. She did that. And after that, it was a wrap. After I give you my money, it's the wrap.
Yeah.
So she been handling things ever since, man. It's been ups and downs, you know, with everything that you have, it's going to be ups and downs, but it's been worth it.
What advice do you have for couples who do business together?
Trust each other, listen to each other, communicate. Always ask each other for advice, and that's the reason why both of y'all are there, because especially if you don't see it. I want somebody who don't see it like I see it. It gives me a different perspective. And I know she's on team me. So even with a different perspective, we can kind of meet in the middle, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Just communicate.
What are some of the things that you all have accomplished that you're the most, I don't want to say pride because, you know, God doesn't like pride, right? But let's say you feel the most accomplished about.
Our business. Our business. I've always been a businessman of different means and ways, but legally, I'm a businessman now. I have a business with a business bank account, a LLC, a EIN number, you know, tax ID number. I am legitimate, and it's because of my wife. You know, when we were dating at first, I used to still I was a businessman in other kind of ways, and I used to come home with a lot of different things to sell. And
I like how you put this.
And when she came, it was like, no, we're not gonna sell it. We're gonna keep that. I was like, for what? And she showed me, no, this does this. This does this. It's like, wow, okay. So we started accumulating a lot of things, and it was good. She just helped me in ways that I didn't see I needed help. Because a lot of time, man, with his pride or whatever you want to call it, a lot of time, if we too prideful, we don't even want to listen to her. But I listened to her, and she opened up so many doors for me. She still explains big words to me now that
Right. Hey, we all got to learn. And then you all have a blended family.
Yeah.
What was that process like?
Living under the bridge downtown on drugs for almost a year, right down the street. I used to pray every night before and after I got high on crack. I used to pray. And I prayed that the God would take the taste out of my mouth and that he would give me a family, a wife. I wanted him to give me a wife with more than one child because I already had 4. And with no more than 2, because if God gave me a wife with one child, that child she wouldn't know how to share. Because I already had 4 kids. And God sent her with me with 2 kids, which was some of the best kids in the world, and make me kind of choke up when I talk about it. But he blessed me with that, and I also prayed. I stayed right across the street from the BMW, Momentum BMW, and I dreamed and prayed that he would take the taste out of my mouth, and one day that I could walk across that street and buy a car cash. After we were married a few years, I walked across the street and bought my wife a car, cash, a BMW, 650 drop top. And that was and to be honest with you, I didn't even remember until I bought the car.
The prayer.
That it was to be from that place. And it was amazing how things that came full circle. I sit down and I cried. I tell some of my friends about my prayers and my dreams, and they say, man, why didn't you buy you a car? that's what your dream? I said, no, my dream is to buy a car, not to buy me a car. Sometimes with our dreams, we make our own dreams selfish. We make it about me. I made my wife happy. That was the most important thing to me. And I killed two birds with one stone. I made her happy, and I fulfilled the dream and the prayer that I had. Sometimes we have to look out far beyond just what we're thinking. We have to open it up a little bit to share and be, and be blessed. I don't know. I do not explain it, but
No, you do. That was a
yeah.
beautiful explanation.
Yeah.
How did you meet God?
I met God one night when I was in recovery, and I was praying. One of the times I went to recovery, I was praying, and I was laying on my back in a dark room on my back, and I was just looking up, talking to God. And I know how this gonna sound. I was looking up, and it seemed like the clouds start coming down, like smoke was coming down at me. And all of a sudden, it just kind of opened up. And I felt the presence of God. And I know it was the presence of God. It wasn't no mistake. It wasn't no dream. I was wide awake. And it gave me a feeling that I ain't never felt before. It gave me a feeling I ain't never felt before. And when I pray, I get that feeling. I get that feeling, the presence of God. I try to get close to him every day now. I ain't perfect, but I try to get close to him every day. And if I were to exercise some of my thoughts, I would be moving a lot further from him. But some of these things and times make you, or try to make you, go back to your old ways. But yeah, I felt the presence of God, though.
For anyone who's listening, watching, who does not know God for themselves, what would you say?
Get to know him.
How?
Just humble yourself. Humble yourself and open up your heart and your mind and realize you're not in control. It's God is in control. If you pray and ask for guidance and outreach, and just be kind to other people, with all the backstabbing, and you just, I don't know, you got to humble yourself. You got to realize that you're not in control, especially if you're a control freak like I am. You have to realize you're really not in control, because I hear people all the time, grumbling about this and that. You have no clue on how quick God could change it. And you'll be begging for mercy and begging for everything that you just had. Not anything beyond that, just what you just had. But you were complaining and groaning and mumbling about it. Be thankful. Be thankful just for the little things. Just for and I've been down, and I guess I feel like that because I've been down, I've been down to nothing. Do you hear me?
I do.
I'm talking about no water. I'm talking nothing. And nowhere to turn because I messed up all them bridges. So sometimes God will put you in a place where you can't do nothing but meet him, see him, and talk to him. Because you mess around and I don't know, you have to humble yourself.
Yeah, humble yourself or God will do the humbling, right?
And you don't want him to do that. Because some people can't come back from it. Some people lose their mind. Some people just, you have to look inside.
When you were coming back from it, how did you go about repairing? Because you said you had burned some bridges, right? How did you go about repairing those relationships?
Asking God to forgive me. And so they could forgive me as well. And understanding that it's a process. You just smoke crack before, boy. Sometimes the people you messed over, you always a crackhead. I'm just being real.
That's very real.
And you can't get mad at them people. You have to realize they speaking something that's where you were. Now, if they can't get past it, it's on them. But if you get past it, you've grown. And you can't get mad when they're, oh, yeah, hey, man, whatever they doing and saying, that's where you were. And the things that you done when you were like that, they not gonna let it go. And if they do, it's on their own time, and you can't get mad at them. You can't try to prove it to them that you changed. Just live your life and change.
What makes you share something that most people would be ashamed of?
Because I'm sitting here today because of where I've been. I'm not proud of where I've been, but I'm sitting here today a strong man because of where I've been. And in my opinion, if people hide their past, a lot of times they go back to it. I share it because I hope it can help somebody else. You know, I. It's really nothing that embarrassing. I get on stage and open up my whole asshole.
Figuratively.
Figuratively,
Yeah.
yeah. Not perfect. But
You stupid.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, you being an entertainer, you have to be open. Now I'm very, very private because when I'm not on stage, I don't like big large crowds and groups. People be, what do you mean? You be on stage in front of all them people? Yeah, but I'm on stage in front of all them people, not down there with them. So, and you know, times when we get off stage, sometimes you have to kind of mingle. I'll do that for a little while, and then you'll see me out. I don't. It just, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But it's just a lot of different energies, and all energies are not good.
Yeah, it's spirits.
Yeah, spirits. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not good. So I have to kind of keep me safe.
And then everything that you hold dear.
Everything I hold did. My daughter passed, I think, 2 years ago on a Friday, and that was the hardest thing I had to do, man. Go see my daughter. And that Friday, I was on stage at Feeling Derricks, and I had to open up to them people. It was really hard, but I had a great set because I had escaped reality for a little while. And when I was on drugs, that's why I did drugs, to escape reality. And I think the stage is my high, the safest high I can have. It was, man, it was deep. And I think I ended my set a little bad because after I had the people rolling, I said, my daughter died today. And everybody, I said, I gave that to y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you. I gave it to y'all. And maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. But I had to let it go. So.
That's one of the things I wanted to ask you. So thank you so much for opening up about that. Not just your daughter passing, but also your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
How have you been? Obviously, God, we've been speaking about that. Obviously, the stage is an outlet, right? We know that there are stages of grief, right? Let me start with, what stage do you think you're in? What is your grieving looking like these days?
I don't really know. Throughout my life, living the lifestyle that I did, I've seen a lot of deaths. I've seen a lot of deaths, man. Homeboys beside me, getting shot and killed. Just I've seen a lot of death, and I really don't even want to say that I'm numb to it. It hurts. It hurts every time I see pictures of my mom and my daughter, but I know ain't nothing I can do. Ain't nothing I could do. I can't do nothing to change. I ain't finna make a deal with the devil.
Amen. Right.
So it ain't. It's just it's reality, and I live in reality, and it hurts, but it's reality, and I can't let it consume me to where I can't go forward. My mom wouldn't have wanted that, and know with my daughter. So I don't really know how I deal with it. I do, but to ask me how, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And that sounds to me like the peace that surpasses understanding. And that only comes through God. When you're like, I don't know how I'm doing this, but I am.
Yeah. It hurt when you brought it up, but I mean,
You brought it up.
well, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It hurt though.
Yeah.
My mom was one of the best women I know, man. She took care of everybody. She had love for everybody. And I think for a long time I dealt with something because my mom was in hospice, and I had to administer her medicine to help her move along to the next stage, and I felt guilty for a long time. But it's what she wanted, so we talked. We talked about what she wanted at the end for a very, very long time. So I just took care of the best I could in my house. That's what she left from my house. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit.
Okay, come on.
And ask you, what does Houston mean to you?
Used to mean everything, especially the dead end.
You say it again?
Especially the dead end.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this neighborhood. Yes. I don't ever want to be nowhere near the dead end. Oh, that in itself sound like nigga turn around, abort mission.
No, it's a lot of love down there. But it's a lot of love there. And I think a lot of times society has a way of putting such a real raw stigma on different neighborhoods throughout the country. And what they don't realize is that all the different neighborhoods and stuff that they put the bad stigma on are black. Why they got to be the terriblest places?
The trenches.
Right now we have a big Easter egg hunt going on 2 streets over at the park where I'm from, Crestmont Park. Shout out to Crestmont. And we have stuff going on in our neighborhood all the time. So
it's love there.
It's love, a lot of love there. And I mean, of course, it's problems everywhere you go. You just be ready for problems. The life being black, you got to be ready for problems anyway. Everywhere we go, we got to be ready for whatever. Trump supporters, whoever, we got to be ready.
Come, yeah.
You just got to be ready. I got 7 girls, 6 now. All my girls know how to pick up whatever and use it. Know how to load it, know how to handle it, everything. And now I have a little granddaughter that's graduating this year, Leah. Shout out.
Who's graduating from what?
My granddaughter graduated from high school.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a
you
6 point something grade average.
You were older for real.
Yeah.
And shout out to Leah. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's my baby, man. She graduating with a really high grade point average. And I told her one day, I said, baby, your grade point average is higher than me and your mama's put together. So
she is not in the slow class, okay?
Yes. Oh no.
Right.
That's my baby, man. She went through situations with my daughter, Shawana. Shout out to Shawana. I don't even know the name of her podcast, so I give her a shout out. My wife, I think she knows it.
We can put it in the description box.
Okay. My daughter went through some things and kind of lost her daughters. She had 3 of them for a little while. And one of the daughters, kind of dad wasn't in her life or whatever, and that's Leah. And when we found them, I kind of stepped in and I'm a daddy. I take care of her real good. And she makes me so proud. Graduated. She's going to be going to U of H, so.
That's all right.
She's something else.
So she H-Town down too?
H-Town down, baby.
What advice would you give for transplants who are getting to know Houston?
White or black?
Well, we only care about black people.
Okay.
I mean, the rest of y'all cool too.
Yeah. I don't know. Downtown is growing. If you uppity a little bit and want to live downtown, it's really nice downtown. But some of these historical black neighborhoods are really nice as well.
I love the Third Ward.
Third Ward is really nice. That's one that's growing expeditiously.
Okay.
You heard me, girl. You heard me.
Penny rubbing off. Word.
My wife taught me that.
Yeah, I figured.
It's growing with a lot of businesses and stuff. South Park is really good. The Dead End. It's really good down there. Anywhere in Houston, you just got to go get in with your people. Establish your spot with your people and live. Because again, like I said, being black, we got to be ready for whatever. So.
And on that note, we always end our episodes asking our guests, what's something that you're too old for?
Foolishness. Foolishness. I'm too old for foolishness. I don't have time for it no more. And I ain't planning on going to jail. So would you please just keep the foolishness away from me? I don't have time for foolishness.
And on the flip side, what's something you're not too old for?
Love. Yeah. I think I'll love forever. Hope my wife don't run off nowhere. But if she do, long she come back, I'm good.
His wife is a baddie.
Yes, yes.
All right, we thank y'all so much for tuning in. We love you. God bless.